Picture this. You lose your job unexpectedly. Overnight, your stability crumbles. Stress coils around your chest. Fear whispers in your ear, "You are nothing without this." Most recoil, seeking immediate escape or distraction. But what if the suffering itself is not your enemy? What if it is the portal to an inner strength you have not yet imagined? Viktor Frankl, forged in the furnace of Nazi concentration camps, proposed a radical view. Suffering, when unavoidable, can be transformed into a wellspring of meaning. If there is meaning in life at all, Frankl wrote, there must be meaning in suffering. This unsettling assertion invites a rare stillness. In this video, we dissect the anatomy of reframing suffering through Frankl's existential framework from psychology, history, and timeless human behavior to expose how it sculpts what we believe, how we endure, and who we ultimately become. Most people flee from suffering, seeing only chaos. But those who stay, who dare to look, begin to glimpse a deeper structure. If you're ready to stop running and start transforming, keep watching. Frankl rejected both hedonism and nihilism. Human beings, he argued, are not wired merely for pleasure or power. We are wired for meaning. Life, he proposed, questions us through its challenges. Suffering is not a punishment, nor is it senseless by default. It is a question posed to our freedom. Ultimately, man should not ask what the meaning of his life is, but rather must recognize that it is he who is asked. When was the last time you mistook suffering as a meaningless obstacle instead of a calling? Frankl's logotherapy turned the therapeutic gaze inward. Not how do I remove pain, but what can this pain reveal about who I can become? He broke it down into 3 simple ways we find meaning. First, through creation, the work we produce, the projects we pour ourselves into. Second, through experience, the encounters we cherish, the people and moments that touch us deeply. And last, through attitude, the stance we choose to take when we face suffering we can't avoid. Especially in situations of unchangeable pain, the third avenue attitude becomes decisive. When have you unconsciously chosen despair, and when have you chosen defiant meaning? Here's the quiet truth. Suffering has no meaning by default. Meaning is a choice, a creation, a fierce declaration in the face of entropy. This is where Frankl diverged from passive optimism. Meaning isn't stumbled upon like treasure. It is wrested from the chaos by a conscious mind. The worst mistake? Waiting for meaning to arrive instead of forging it. Who taught you that life must give you meaning? And what if that was never true? Frankl's insight resonates because it echoes ancient structures. Prometheus endures agony to bring fire. Job suffers yet maintains fidelity. The phoenix immolates only to rise. In every culture, redemption is not found around suffering, but through it. Meaning is not an escape route. It is a transformation route. Can you recognize how the stories you admire are, at their root, parables of suffering transmuted into strength? Frankl's principle scales beyond the individual. Leaders who reframed hardship, Churchill in wartime, Mandela in prison, activated resilience not by offering comfort, but by offering significance. In organizations, in communities, in families, those who turn collective pain into a shared purpose wield true influence. When have you seen someone transform others not through ease, but through meaning? Frankl's vision is not naive. Meaning does not erase pain, nor does it justify injustice. Meaning coexists with tragedy. Some will not find it. Some will fall. But even one act of defiant meaning proves that suffering need not have the final word. Freedom is not guaranteed by circumstance. It is revealed by response. The sort of person the prisoner becomes is the result of an inner decision, and not the result of camp influences alone. Have you mistaken external forces as the full authors of your fate? Frankl did not theorize from a distance. His wife, parents, and brother perished in the camps. Yet he chose, even as a hollowed, half-starved inmate, to imagine lecturing future students about the psychology of suffering. He transformed horror into a curriculum for hope. When you face devastation, are you preparing to teach others or simply to survive? Suffering is not the end. It is the anvil, the spark, the question that life hurls at your feet, demanding not a whimper, but a forging. Meaning does not wait for perfect conditions. It waits for you. If something in you feels different now, subscribe and stay close.